them already.
Blimey, guys, I'm not complaining, but give us a chance.
Ew!
We sat down, you're all having a natter amongst yourselves, all right?
These very cute jumpers.
Welcome to Hampshire Outdoors Survival Sunday Social. For anybody new, it's just a chat. Join in the chat, have your say, enjoy tonight. We've got Jace live in the house with an announcement. I've got the lovely Kaz. I've got the Willow on the floor down there saying hello, chatting away. And some of you know what's going on tomorrow, so I am having a bloody beer tonight. Sod the doctor.
Right, I'm going to say hi, Katrina, Kitten, Kiwi, John, Janet Outdoors. Have I missed anyone?
That's a bit lively, that, isn't it?
It is live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come out the freezer about 10 minutes ago. So.
John, why are you saying make faces at Janet while she's not concentrating?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Good evening, Bushcraft Sussex.
as happens with many things, plans this week have not gone quite as I intended. I was going to do a water purifier video this week. However, when it arrived,
Badger, hello.
When it arrived, the box was quite badly damaged, and I thought it'll be all right. It wasn't. It's that the pump's broken in it. So I've contacted the company. Hopefully they'll take it back. They might send me another one to try out. But this was the Guinness that I was going to attempt a project with. The project is now on, by the way, and I won't miss. Well, it's not Guinness. Must get that right. Oh, it's not Guinness.
Not Guinness.
It's not Guinness. I was in Morrison's and they had a forged Irish stout made in Dublin. And I thought
TJ.
I'll give it a try. So
for those who got snow, because we got nothing.
Just a little wind, and that's just Mitch.
Yeah.
Farnborough cabbage.
It's my age in the cabbage. Farnborough has, I think it's something to do with the
valley.
We got like a Bermuda Triangle above Farnborough and that.
Farnborough, Hampshire, for those of you that don't know, is the home of British Flight. Okay, it's where the first planes were flown, and for many, many years was a research establishment owned by the government. You know, they're like sneaky. And it was a research establishment, and they'd done all sorts of experimentation testing to do with flight there. And I'm pretty sure at some point they invented a system that keeps the weather away, because we never seem to get any snow here. It can be 5 miles away and it will come down. It can be in the next county and it will come down, but here it doesn't. So if anybody works for the research development over there and sees a big switch and says snow deletion machine, flick it off.
Evening tea. Everyone's saying that we're breaking up and the mic's a bit choppy.
Right, let me just play with volumes here, because it might be. Let me play with that there.
Cheers for the email, T. Great to see you. Yeah, so Mick might.
Is that any better, guys?
We're all crackling.
Is that any better at all?
Someone please tell us.
Yeah. It might be that I just had my mic volumes set up a bit wrong.
No.
No better. No. Okie doke, guys. Right, what I'm going to do. Let me see what I can set up. I might have to come out of the live for a minute to have a play with the kit. Just bear with me.
Hi, Badger.
We'll be back.
Yeah, hi, Owen. Yeah, Owen's in the house. We're trying a bit cracky. We're going to go out and come back in. And we've swap places.
So move around.
Yeah, I'm out of the screen now. That's it. Thank you.
Is that any better, guys? Hopefully that sound's going to be a bit better. Basically, I've only got the one microphone, and if that's decided it's on its way out, we may have to just push through it.
You got it's a yellow tape.
Sound is good, right? Sound is good.
Yay!
So yeah, what it is, I keep knocking the microphone. It's one for you guys, microphone and camera. So what I did was tape the legs of it down, and I think what's happening was the legs were picking up the vibration off the table, and transferring it into the microphone. So yeah, well, here we go. Welcome everybody to the Sunday Social. My mate,
we've got no snow, so we're not too bitter and twisted.
yeah, we are bitter and twisted. Kitten, John, hired mate. Hope you're all good out there in the States, Kiwi. Hope you're good, mate. Hiking to the hills. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you enjoy it. Bushcraft Sussex. Hello, Mucker.
Hi, TJ.
Yes, you're good.
Yeah.
TJ, yeah, hi, Mucker. Badger and the Woodsman. Hello, brother. T, hello, mate. How you doing, T? T, you are now our science officer. Only me and you know that. Stealth, the adventurous. Stealth, the extreme. Stealth on the Welsh mountains.
In the white stuff that we didn't get.
Yeah. Janet the lovely. Janet, who is our pin-up of the week. Where are we? Anybody else?
Rebooted. I like that.
Yeah,
he said,
rebooted.
He said, "Old bald guys with beards. No wonder I feel like I fit in." What are you saying?
Hi, Katrina. Right, so cheers, everybody. I'll lift a glass to you all. Owen, I am very sorry it's not Guinness tonight. Apparently, it's made in Dublin. It's forged Irish stout. Thought I'd give something different a try. Plus, it was a couple of quid less. So,
taking the pennies.
Oh, it spat on me.
Oh, she's off already.
Just for your information, I'm on my phone, but we're watching it on the projector. Ew! How posh are you? A projector. Projector.
Do I look okay on the projector?
You're on the projector. I remember those sort of training missions, sitting there with a pencil going, where we'll be there, and when we leave there, we'll go
so I'll put the clear sheet on the thingy, and it took ages just.
Anyhow, so right, bit of information for you guys. Jace's channel, it's now up and running. Muddy Ruts,
change the channel.
I think you let him do it.
That's all right.
No, I'm the host. I have to announce it. Muddy Ruts, would you like to tell us something about it, Jace?
No, I've changed the format of how I'm going to do it. So it's gonna, because just finding the time to do specific food items is very difficult. So it'll be trashing the place. It'll be following me around a bit more. There'll be a bit of everything on there. I'm going to Bali next year, so it might turn into a little bit of a food blog about food in Bali. But
Jace. I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, food is food, isn't it? When we talk about survival outdoors, prepping, and all the rest of it, one of the key things that you've always got to come into is food. We all need calories. Yeah. We all need energy.
That lovely lamb you caught.
Yeah, so there's a little short video up on the channel at the moment of what we had the other weekend at the camp.
Yeah.
I may put a longer video up just with a bit more information later, but it's on there.
Hi, Mac. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, Yarps is in the house too.
Hi, Yarps.
They're coming in freaking fast now.
Oh, slow down. One at a time. Have you got a doorman?
Yarps, I'm gonna. Mac's in charge of that. Yarps, I'm gonna have to get you up here one afternoon when you're free. You have to come up for a cup of tea and a visit and show me how that Canva works. I've downloaded it. So yeah, I downloaded it and then I looked at it and went, ooh, too many buttons. So yeah, I might.
Owen, you've obviously your channel's up and running now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Bushcraft Rebooted says, does we have a link for Jason's channel? I don't know how to do the links, but Sticks usually does it.
It's just called. No, that one.
The other way.
That way.
Just
no good at this. Look, Muddy Ruts.
Muddy Ruts.
It's just Muddy Ruts on YouTube. Yeah. Owen doesn't have Jason's channels yet, nor does because it's fairly new. It's literally fired up today. Sticks will be along soon.
Yeah.
And so Sticks is in charge of that sort of thing.
It was Hampshire Outdoors Kitchen.
It was still Hampshire Outdoors Kitchen. It's just changed the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evening, Jess.
Hi, Jess. How are you?
Ruts,
how did you
as in R-U-T-T-S?
No, just one T.
One T. So what? UTS.
Jess, how did your camp go? Did you have a good time? Did you manage to
He
survive
threw
the
it.
weather?
Yeah.
John, it's Ruts, RUTS. So, yeah, simple as that.
He's having a rut.
Having a rut. Live in a rut. Yeah, hopefully Jess's camp went well. She had a good time.
And I hope, Stealth, you've not got too much flooding up your way, because there's some really bad stuff in Wales.
Yeah, I
going
will
on,
say,
isn't there?
yeah, thoughts and prayers, guys, to anybody affected by this storm, which I was taking the mickey out of it a little bit the other day, saying, oh, you know, Storm Bert sounds like an old boy with a flat
Evening,
cap
Hunter.
in the corner of the pub. Hiya, Hunter. Welcome, my friend. There's another channel.
-6, Jess. Blimey.
Guys, dive over and say hi to Hunter.
No shelter and no sleeping bag. You're a brave girl.
She is a brave girl. She don't mess, does she? So, yeah.
Muddy Ruts, yeah.
Sharing the love. There we go. Muddy Ruts is there.
Yeah.
Hi, Jace. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Jace.
Yeah.
Your doppelganger is it?
So, yeah, this Storm Bert, okay, I was taking the mickey out of it. Crazy name. Why don't we start giving storms names that actually, you know what I mean? How's anybody going to prepare for something called Storm Bert? Sounds like an 80-year-old boy sat in the corner of a pub with his flat cap on, his pipe going, evening, gents, how you doing? Telling stories about when he was a boy. Really what we need to do is be starting to not name the storms. We need to actually give them a system where it goes, you know, this storm, holy shit.
T said that it should be Storm Brute Bar Steward.
Yeah.
That would be the best one.
The storm needs a name that actually applies to it. I mean, let's face it, if you had a tiger, would you call it Tiddles? No.
Hunter's just said that you got lots of cool gear in the background. If you watch one of your shorts, it actually shows you the shelving, because it's, you can't see it, but it's over there.
Yeah,
the place has got it.
For anybody that's new, a little bit about me.
Still windy bum.
Grew up on a dairy farm, a little bit of military experience, a hell of a lot of contractor experience. About 16 years in total contracting, in which time I did everything from armory to range conducting officer to range safety to demolitions, survival, all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. My specialist field's always been survival, because that's my love and my interest. That's the thing I've done. So yeah, there's a lot of gear in here, but this is 16 years of accumulated gear, equipment, odds and sods. Now, I'll be honest with you, unlike some of the survival channels, I'm an old fella now. I am very nearly 60 years old, and I am suffering some health issues. My goal with this channel is just to share some no bullshit bits and pieces that I've picked up over the years, bits of information, bits of knowledge. I'm not an expert, and I've always been very wary of anybody that I've ever come across that's gone, I'm the expert, because you never stop learning.
Badger, if you can see Jason's, he's up on the line of people. If you click on that, it should take you to his channel.
Yeah,
the Muddy Ruts one.
And that's just a bit about me. And now I'm an old fella, and all I'm just trying to do is share it. One of the things I did notice on YouTube when I first entered it was there's a lot of channels, and I wanted to build a community. You know, I don't get out as much as I like. I love to chat about my stuff. I like to get together with people. So we started the Sunday Social, and the Sunday Social is literally that. It is a meeting, somewhere people come on a Sunday, they have a natter, they have a laugh.
Gun laws are...
Yeah, we talk about all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. We just basically get into a chat. It's like being in the bar on a Sunday night with some friends. That's all it's about. Gun laws in the UK are actually not too bad. They're not as bad as a lot of people make them out to be. That's as somebody that's had both firearms and shotgun licenses. In comparison to some of the freedoms you have in the States, yeah, it is a lot more restrictive. However, you know, if you've got time and patience on your side, yeah, you can pretty much have what you want in the UK. There's a funny misnomer that we're not allowed certain things. Well, actually, you can if you go through the time and effort and follow the rules, pretty much have anything you want, as long as you have somewhere to fire it, the money to pay for the insurances, ammunition, and so forth. Hence, I have joined the UK Machine Gun Club. I've been out with them a couple of times. I've fired all sorts from Lewis to a Maxim with them, Brenz and all that. Absolutely wonderful guys. They're based. No, I'm not going to say where they're based, but yeah, that's an organisation. I have been a pistol owner for many, many years, although I've recently got rid of that because I've got no requirement for it. And I had that both for when we were allowed to have for target shooting, for humane dispatch, and I recently looked at, and may go back to it at a later date, looking at doing gallery pistol, which is basically, I'm looking for, if I do that, I'm going to look for a 1911 or a Beretta 92F, because my favourite pistol of all time is the SIG P226 or 228, don't mind. Yeah, they're a bit expensive in the UK. We have slight differences over here, like rifles with bipods, scopes, and moderators are a standard thing. And I know in some places in the US, getting your moderators and that can be a bit of a nightmare
you're an
for
angel.
You guys. But we do have them here as a standard. It's actually a recommendation under the good old Health and Safety Act.
Good evening, Andy, outside.
Protect your ears. And you can go right up to 50 caliber. We have a 50 caliber owners club in the UK. So again, a lot of our shooting in the UK is club based. Now, the reason for this, and I will say the reason for a lot of the restrictions are quite simple. The UK is a tiny place. It is the size of Montana. Okay. The population in the UK is up around 95 million people. So a lot of people squeezed into quite a tight area. So that we have restrictions. If we had the space that you have in the States, you'd probably find that we'd have a lot more freedoms. And everything in the UK is, and I think most of the guys here from the UK will agree with me, everything in the UK is city-based. If there's a law passed or a system passed or something passed, it's where the biggest population is. They only really take into consideration the inner cities. The rest of us in the countryside, as you see what they're doing with the farmers at the moment, nah, they're not interested. Not interested. It's not enough voters. Anyhow, it's enough politics. It's enough that. We're getting on to...
Yeah, we got loads of things coming up, and I've got to go on now.
Sorry, guys. Bit of a rabbit there. And that's exactly what we do, Hunter. Here, I waffle, you guys chat.
So I think T Outdoors. Can you you do T Outdoors is one that I can't find it the other day.
Hi Sticks, how you doing, brother? Hope you're good. Oh, that forged Irish stout is not as good as Guinness. There's something not quite. There's something. It's nice.
You got 32 in the room already,
but it's not. It's not a Guinness, is it? It's not as smooth.
I don't know, because I can't drink Guinness. It's too knife and forky for me. That's not even a term, is it? But you know what I mean? If it's a strong ale or beer, you have to feel like you're chewing on it. I would drink that.
There we go. So
right, T Outdoors. I've just subscribed to you.
That reminds me of Directors, actually.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Badger Woodson, can I give the Sunday Social a shout out? I will tell them the rules. No politics. Exactly. No politics. We don't do politics.
No.
That's the only rules I've got on my channel. We're pretty much open to talk about most things that are what we would call fairly normal discussion, but we don't get into religion. We don't get into politics. Everybody's got their own mindsets, choices, and personal beliefs, and so on. And
yes,
we just keep that out.
Andy, this is Jason. Jason did the fantastic lamb, and he started up his channel, which is Muddy Ruts, when he'll be doing cooking in the woods, and there's nothing he can't cook in the woods, is there?
No, not really. Most of my catering I do, even if it's corporate catering, is outside, believe it or not. So hence Muddy Ruts.
Yeah. So And as you see up in the picture, up on the wall there, there's two bikers at the front. That's JC, used to be the road captain for the motorcycle club that we were in, and I used to be the enforcer. So yeah, and as you can see from the bikes, we're a couple of old school boys, ape hangers.
Ape hangers, none of that little pushing the handles together. And
I don't care if you can do 200 mile an hour. I could do 70 and I could do it looking like a god.
Exactly.
And this one can throw a Pan American round like you would not know. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, and neither of us would ever recommend it breaking any of the UK speed limits.
No,
never. And he said it's nice to meet you virtually.
Virtually, it's always nice to meet everyone.
In fact, I don't recommend breaking any rules or regulations anywhere that apply to you in the world, especially if you're intending to get caught.
Which you never did.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't anyway.
I used to be pillion, and then when I didn't pillion, we had a trike.
Yeah.
I had a big monster, 2.3 V6 4 Capri in a what was it? A boom.
Yeah. 1980, about 1988. Kaz Katana 1100. At the time, rated as one of the most powerful bikes that you could get. On the back of me, skirt on, hanging on to me.
You didn't need to hold on.
No, you didn't. The first couple of times though. But yeah, but my life's taken me down a path where I've always looked for brotherhood.
Parties.
Whether it be military, whether it be contracting, whether it be in the bike club world, I always look for brotherhood. I believe in brotherhood. I believe that is tribalism is something we're engineered for. So I've always looked for it myself. And
Thank you.
Again, this is probably why I started the Sunday Social, was to bring people together to form a brotherhood. So you got support from others.
He's doing jury service in 4 weeks. He's never done it before.
Oh,
anyone else done? You've done it. You've both done it. Yeah,
you'll love it.
I loved it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Everyone's guilty though.
I'm a nosy bastard.
TJ said, "Oh, he's seeing Major Disaster tonight."
Major Disaster. I do believe he's left his kit up on the wall there.
Invisible Camper. Hello, how are you?
Invisible Camper. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. Hope the weather's good up there for you. Hope you've been having your adventures. Yeah. It's what this is all about, isn't it? Supporting and also guys with channels. So what we try and do here, we try and share one another's channels. Okay. Now, YouTube does
camaraderie. Yeah, exactly.
YouTube doesn't do people subbing for subbing and all the rest of it. That's illegal. Can't do it. We don't do that here. We do not do it here. But we are a community, so we try and support one another. We watch one another's channels, and if you like it, sub, give encouragement, give feedback. I mean, one of the things I'm always happy for on my channel is not just the good feedback, but it's when somebody comes back in a nice and sensible manner and says, "Oh, Mick, maybe if you changed the colour slightly, or if you did that, or this wasn't clear, could you explain it differently, or whatever." It's advice. I don't take it as, oh, you didn't like my video.
Nothing.
It's like, okay, cheers. I'm not a videographer. Take the information, learn from it.
Some people just come in because they don't actually have a channel, but they decide they will have a channel, and there is no right or wrong way to do your channel.
Hands up, everybody that joined the Sunday Social back 2 years ago when it started and has now started a channel, Kiwi. Prime example, Yarps. Because everybody's got a creative element in them. I can't do music. I can't draw. I can hardly read and write. My artistic ability is pants. However, YouTube gives me the ability to create and share something, and it's a lasting legacy as well. It's nice for me knowing that if something was to ever happen to me in years to come, Kaz can look back at this, Jason can look back at this, my grandchildren can look back at this. My friends can look back at this and have a bit of a giggle and go, "The old bugger doing that," you know, because
They do already.
Yeah.
one of the things for us in life is we all crave a legacy. It's not so much a fame thing, because to be honest with you, I'm always worried that I'll be more infamous than famous. However, it's just knowing
And
that
it's
you've
quite
left a mark. It's like being a writer. A writer writes a book not just to tell a story, but he wants to leave a trace of himself.
Yeah.
Is that not a bit deep?
No.
Bit too deep, isn't it? Bit too deep for a Sunday night.
Oh, now you've got me on to say.
Sorry, love.
Wait for you to stop. It went.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's gone.
Anyhow, other than that,
Oh, I know. I got it
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's just about sharing the knowledge together.
Yeah.
And increasing your knowledge, and you might have some bit of knowledge that someone else can use as well. So it's like we're like a little big jigsaw puzzle. Everyone's clicking their bits together, and
well, that's what I want to have a chat to Hunter. But I don't know if he's got WhatsApp or whatever. But
hi, Sticks and Dan.
I want to have a bit of a one-to-one with him because he's got a wormery, and obviously I believe he does it for bait, for fishing. So it interests me because, again, I don't know, everybody's going to cringe now. Great protein, you know.
Sticks Nan is watching your videos and she says, "How's Mick mixed lamb in the woods?" It's gone.
The lamb in the woods is gone. Sticks Nan, hiya, sweetheart. I'm so glad you've joined us, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll try and keep the language moderative.
Yeah, don't tell her about Benny's sheep.
Yeah, Benny's racing sheep.
Yeah, they left in the woods. TJ, I'm gonna worm. Oh.
Yeah, mate. TJ bacon, worm bacon.
The compost is the main objective for the worms, but I do sell some fake. Yeah, good idea.
Composting, brilliant. And again, there's something that we have to. If we're gonna create a better environment and we're gonna create a better world, it's something we're gonna have to look into. I was reading an article, and they were talking about how certain worms can break down even things like petrol, oils, and stuff like that. Absolutely fascinating. You know, something we say quite regularly is all the answers the world needs are actually out there in nature. They are there already. They've been left like a tool for us to use. It's just that we got to recognise it, see it, and use it.
So, we've come across these like
brilliant.
Dried nettles.
Yeah,
it's brilliant for tinder and even normal green nettles, aren't they?
So, Hunter,
I
really mean this. Welcome, because again, this is one of the things with building a community like this. It's the knowledge. It's having people that got knowledge, that know their field, that can share it. Now, I guarantee you, there's at least half a dozen guys here tonight that have just suddenly gone composting worms.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, yeah. It's the way to go. And again, like I say, if you're a prepper, there's a survival food, bit of worm bacon. Yeah, I remember making that a few times. It's
no, it's not going to be on my channel.
Yeah, it's not going to be on Muddy Ruts. He's not going to have it on there. Good thinking, Agent.
Yeah, it is. Yes, you're right.
Bushcraft Sussex, dried hogweed is good for starting a fire. It is, as long as you avoid the giant hogweed. Yeah.
I've just subscribed to Hunters.
Yeah, I'm going to be sticking one out on that come the spring. I want people to start recognising the giant hogweed, because again, they are firing up on reporting it again. So hopefully we can start annihilating that species.
We were watching Greg Ovens yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
And he was saying in some countries the yew trees are banned.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one you need to do a video on is yew trees.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching that with Greg Ovens, and that is
great. Giant hogweed, yeah.
Yeah, I need to do. There's a couple of plants in the UK I want to do videos on for next year. Yew trees being one, giant hogweed being another. I mean, for any of you that have ever spotted yew tree or go camping, never, ever ever, under any circumstances, camp, interfere with, damage,
Use it for
cut,
firewood.
use it for firewood, yew trees. Leave them alone. Stay well clear of them. There's a reason why, for many centuries, they were considered a sacred tree, and that. Yeah, I'll save that for the video. But what I will say for you, Mickey says, if it's a yew tree, give it a wide berth. Okay, stay away.
Yeah, I
from
think they do use them for longbows, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bushcroft, Sussex. My father used to wood carve, and he used to have. I've got yew bowls that.
Yeah.
Because their wood is beautiful, but yeah, you just can't.
Giant hogweed. So on my arm here, I have a rash. On my shoulder, I have the same rash, and I've got it on my leg, and that was caused by giant hogweed. That was strimming, probably about 20 years ago. I was strimming undergrowth, and unfortunately, I clipped a giant hogweed, shredded it, and it sprayed it up my arms, across my legs. I've got a bit on my shoulder. The burns from that,
you're very welcome.
I still have now. And when it's exposed to the sun, if I'm not using a sun cream to protect it from UV, it irritates, and it basically it's left me with a horrible. At this time of year, it's just like a dry patch. But as soon as it gets exposed to UV, it becomes quite sore. So again, avoid giant hogweed light.
So, Jace,
it's not worth being near.
Your Dutch oven.
Yes.
Best way to cook on an open fire?
Is it the best way?
Yeah.
Depends what you're cooking.
Yeah.
It makes it. A lot of people do stews and things in Dutch ovens.
High chronically outdoors.
It is like an oven. If you watch them, if I do the longer video or some of the videos that Mitch put out, I asked him to turn the heat up because it was getting a bit too cold. You've just got to regulate the heat and not have it too hot, depending on what you're cooking inside. That lamb took 4 hours.
Yeah.
In that pot.
The thing is with the Dutch oven, that cast iron,
it holds
the
heat
heat travels through it, doesn't it? It spreads it. It doesn't. You don't end up with just a hot spot. It evenly spaces the heat out quite well. And putting coals on top of it again gives you heat from the top.
That's very right.
Every now and then I just turn around and say, "Can I have it at log mark 4.5?"
Yeah, and again, that's the other thing was that you keep an eye on it. It's like anything like that. You got to watch it. But yeah, Dutch oven cooking's great. I enjoy it. I've made bread and that in the Dutch oven.
They don't like having things like tomato in it, do they?
No,
you have to really clean them well.
You got to watch the acidity levels.
Or you got to
you just got to make sure it's clean and season it afterwards, which is very easy to do.
Chronically.
Yeah, I mean, it's something anybody that's into their, especially doing their camps, like they're going away doing camps, or they're prepping, even if as a prepper tool to use outside on an open fire. Dutch oven, they're a great investment.
Facebook Marketplace, that's where we found both of ours, didn't we?
Yeah,
I've got a cast iron griddle skillet and all sorts.
Yeah. And I tell you what, there's. It sounds stupid, but things do actually taste better out of it. It's the way it cooks with the weight of the lid. It traps all the flavour inside. It traps the steam. It absolutely makes a beautiful cook system.
I haven't tried bread out of a Dutch oven yet, Invisible. But who's the one we used to watch? The cowboy cook used to use Dutch ovens. Kent Rollins. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff with the Dutch ovens.
I like doing my bannocks in the Dutch oven. They do really, really well in there, quite quickly as well. And that's the only other thing you've got to watch with it is, unlike a lot of things, you haven't got a visible heat. So you haven't got something glowing or, like Jay says, a log mark for. But you just learn to use that. Use the old sense of smell, and if it smells like it's getting a bit hot, take it away from the heat, lift it off, turn whatever you're cooking over, manage it. With the lamb, you were using water, weren't you?
Yeah, just to put in a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan, just to keep
control the heat.
Control the heat, and it also the steam helps cook it and keeps it tender.
Oh, it was
because it just goes round, doesn't it, inside.
Chronically, my missus hates it when I Dutch oven it.
Yeah, naughty.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm sweet and I'm innocent. Yeah, cast iron. And the other thing with cast iron, no toxicity. Okay, Yeah, there's so many. There's no Teflons to worry about. There's no iodides to worry about. There's no chromium from the stainless steel to leach out. There's no aluminium. Cast iron. It's a safe, easy, simple system to use. You can't really go wrong with it as long as you don't throw cold into hot. Drop it, smash it about. As long as you're a bit respectful of it, it will last you a lifetime.
Kitten, after you doing that in Ridge Monkey cheese toasty, that's all I've wanted for days. You're a bad man.
There will be at the end of
I want one.
The live normally goes on for about 2 hours. At the end of the live, me and Kaz and the regular guys know this. Normally what happens about live, we finish off around about 10 o'clock at night here. So we finish off with that. We go downstairs, we watch it back, review it, make sure I haven't said anything that can get me in trouble with the government or anything like that, because sometimes that runs away with me. But we normally have a cheese toasty at that time. And then we'll watch a bit of Mr. Ballon or something as a wind down before we hit the sack.
Oh, Hunter,
are you saying that he puts you to sleep?
Our Dutch oven, I actually bought it on Facebook Marketplace, and it was, the woman had never used it.
Got a really good deal on that as well.
And so it's £30. It's about, I suppose, about $50, is it?
I think it's about $30. The exchange rate's changed a little bit now, so
It wouldn't be the same though. 30 and 30.
Oh, no, it's £30. So, but
about $50, I think, about that. But yeah, it'd never been used. She still had it in the box. It still had all its cardboard in it, and
Oh, Jess has got a video coming out where she does some primitive cooking on rocks with a wooden spit. Yeah, campfire cooking. It's a real pleasure.
Kiwi, I hate you.
Yeah, it's one of the problems, right? So again, I come back to survival. A lot of my friends here, they're preppers and bushcrafters. I always come back to survival. One of the issues you have in survival is time. Okay, time means you think. Sometimes in dangerous situations, you can overthink, get depressed. Try and keep yourself busy. Things like cooking are great systems in a survival situation. Keeps you busy, keeps you doing something, gives you something to look forward to. Even the most basic, warm.
Even you just lift the lid up just to get a waft of whatever's cooking in there.
Even a potato cooked in ashes. I mean, to me, potatoes are the most boring thing in the world. I'm not a big potato fan, but a potato cooked in the ashes, the waiting, the turning of it, the prepping of it.
Oh, that's it. You dropping it.
It eats time up. It keeps you busy. Okay, so, and it gives you something to look forward to. I do love cooking, and we do come back to a lot of cooking. Me and Sticks were discussing this the other day, and we were saying, so in a lot of the videos we watch around the world, you see fire, more fire, more fire. Now, that's great because fire is one of the essentials. It's up there on the top of the list. However, fire is also a great visual. So if you're making a video, and I'm guilty of it myself, I regularly do fire lighting or show a fire because it's a great visual. Fire is it makes us feel warm, comfortable, safe, secure. It's one of our oldest friends. But again, people don't do quite as much cooking. Water purification is a funny one. We come at this. Water for me is up there with fire. My two first requirements. Once I'm in a situation, first three requirements once I'm in a situation is shelter, fire, water. Okay. If I've got those, I can keep myself balanced and keep myself going. I can start cooking almost anything, purifying stuff. It's sorted. But again, water purification is boring. It's boring. Not many people want to do it on their videos because it's like, really, how exciting is a bit of boiling water or a filter? It's not, but it is a requirement, and it is a skill that people need to practice and get right.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go around and forage some seeds to put in your cooking.
Yeah, eggs are like, if you do eggs, if you do them in the ash, you've really got to be careful because they will go off like a grenade.
Oh, right, it's like putting them in a microwave, is it?
Yeah, because you're cooking them on a dry heat, so the pressure, because they've got a little air pocket at the top of the egg, that builds up. and that's what explodes. It's
Oh,
like when
yeah,
people
yeah,
do cook
yeah.
eggs in microwaves,
Oh,
they just blow
yeah.
up in their faces.
Yeah.
It's just dangerous.
Or they come out, and as they get them out, then they go poof.
Bang.
Yeah.
So I suppose you could prick the air pocket if you're careful, can't you?
You
You
could
might
do.
try
And then it
coming
just
out.
squirts out.
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So Bushcraft does, Sussex does a lot of foraging. Interesting.
we love a bit of foraging.
Yeah.
We do love a bit of foraging. I took a
You
decision.
see me foraging a lot around Asda's, Tesco's,
Yeah.
any soup.
When I started my channel, I took a decision that I wasn't going to show too much foraging, and the reason being, two friends of mine who won't be named, down in the West Country, run a training school, and they had an issue where they'd run a foraging course. They took people out and they did fungi, and part of the group was a family who, I can't be disparaging about it because it's quite a nasty story, but they obviously didn't take in the right information on the course, and at a later date foraged the wrong mushrooms. They actually picked up some death caps and consumed the death caps, and that led to two members of the family de-living themselves. YouTube makes stuff hard. So I thought, do you know what? Unless it's something you can positively 100% identify on the channel, on video, and show people that you pretty much know 100% people are going to go, that is a stinging nettle. Everybody knows a stinging nettle, or a bramble. Everybody knows a bramble. I wasn't going to do too much in the way of foraging because, again, I never want somebody else to watch one of my videos, not quite pick up the right information and make that mistake. That would, yeah.
Is that the speckled, the red one with white speckle, the Amanitas?
Yeah.
Good evening, Ray.
Amanitas. There's about 500 Amanitas in total. The most common one that everybody knows is the Amanita muscaria, which is your red mushroom with the white specks on. And I'm not going to go into that too much, but that actually has a fantastic history. And at one time was actually swapped between people and given to people as a gift. There was a method for processing them that's pretty much we lost in time. What happened was back in the 1800s and that, mushrooms were foraged and given, and people knew how to take some of the toxic mushrooms and how to prepare them, preserve them, and store them to leach out the toxins. So they became no longer toxic. However, as the Industrial Revolution evolved, people started shopping in shops, things become less about foraging. People lost that knowledge. They knew in the back of their minds, because Granny said they used to eat them, that you could. However, they'd lost the knowledge of the processing of these things. And it's the same with a lot of forage stuff. We lose the knowledge. And then what happens is you had the First World War and then the Depression. And you had people suddenly could not get resources, food and that. But Grandma said that they used to eat them when she was a girl. And they'd go out and harvest them. And unfortunately, not knowing how to prepare it correctly led to toxicity.
Our daughter-in-law is Czech.
Yeah.
And she forages out there in Czech Republic.
So especially with mushrooms, you've got to be so careful. But even saying that, a lot of the mushrooms can be processed, but you've really got to know your stuff. And again, that's knowledge that we lost. So another reason for having the channel was to share what knowledge I have in the hope that it doesn't get lost, because as the world becomes more modern orientated, we move away from these old knowledges, techniques, methods, ideologies.
Yeah, I must apologise. I haven't been able to do my videos for a while because we're
looking at it this week.
Yeah, well,
see how it goes.
Yeah.
We're losing a lot of this stuff as the world becomes more modern, and God forbid that someday, somewhere, somebody finds themselves in a situation where they need that knowledge. I feel that we should share it. You should keep it out there, keep it practiced. And let's face it, it's one of the few things in this world that you can do that's free of charge as long as you're a bit responsible. And it always, people always get people like, "You're not allowed to forage in the UK without permission of the landowner," whilst they're sitting there picking a blackberry off a hedge. Of course, that's not foraging, is it? And I thought most of the foragers I've met are responsible people. They're guys that will look at a mushroom ring and go, I'm going to take that one, and leave everything else to spore so it regenerates. And again, that's something I preach. Understand, love, treat your environment well, and it will look after you. And the outside fungi, it is the single biggest living organism on the planet. Yeah. Yeah, you're dead right there, mate. There's a mycelium in the Black Forest which covers the whole of the Black Forest in Germany, thousands of square miles, and they've proved that it's linked to the whole thing. It's massive. Hi, Benny. Oh,
no,
no, Benny's not here.
No, TJ said, where is Benny?
Where is Benny here?
Before I forget, Elusive.
Yes. I'll leave you. Do you want to?
No, you can. No, just
right. So, for those of you who knew, we had a guy that was amongst us for a long time, Elusive.
From Dartmoor.
So Elusive. I'm not going to go into where Elusive is, but Elusive is away working, and he can no longer upload. He's not allowed to. He's not allowed to have any media and all that sort in the world that he's in. But he has got hold of us today, and he has sent his love, his regard, and his affections to everybody. He sent us a little note. He said, "I hope the weather gets better for you guys in the UK. Send my love to everybody Sunday night." So, to all you guys that used to watch him and follow him, Elusive says hi, sends his love.
Yeah. And he should be back in the spring.
He's hoping to be back in the spring, yeah. So,
what did you say, UK? Owen just said he told some people about fungi was the biggest orgasm in the world. Owen. Oh dear, we went down there again, did we?
Yes, but is it a single orgasm or a multiple orgasm?
Yeah, he's all good. He just said he asked if we could just say hi to everyone, and he misses meeting up with everyone. That's even worse, Owen. He misses everyone, and he will be back hopefully spring, summer next year. He said it was a slip on the tongue.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Autocorrect for the wind, yes,
Yeah.
definitely, John. Oh, I'm struggling here with my chair. There, that's it. Got hooked up on something.
Badger, you can cover your ears. Yeah,
I don't know what to make of it.
On a Sunday as well.
Honest. Day of rest.
Yeah.
God's day.
Yeah. Did you just
I did.
Yeah.
Shocking of me.
Yeah.
I'll just hang my head in shame for a minute.
Yes.
It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been known to do that myself. Jason will tell you.
Woobies. Yes, woobies.
Oh, yes, woobies.
We love our woobies.
We do love our woobies.
John.
Cheers, John. All right, T
wants to know about woobies.
Right.
Me and the vicar's son, Andy.
Jace, over there to your right-hand side on the table, there is a woobie. And there is also a little plastic bag, and there is a top. Okay.
One woobie. There, Jason, look, in bed. Not in bed. In bed, not in bed.
So, the woobie itself is probably one of the simplest sleep systems that you can come across. Okay. It's one of the things that the US military got absolutely right. Okay, it's a nice, simple system. Originally, it was a liner for a poncho for cold weather and cold environments. And squaddies being squaddies very quickly realised that if you took a poncho, laid it on the ground, laid your woobie on it, folded the whole thing over you, comfy, good sleep night. And that is the basics of the woobie. Simple taco system.
We have all free woobie.
There's a tarp up there as well, mate. Yeah. So, basically, my mate John in the States sent me US Marine Corps tarp. I have the woobie.
The blanket as well.
Yeah, and that's an all-weather blanket. So, the way the system works is I would lay that out flat. for this time of year, this cold weather. So I'd lay that out flat, being my waterproof sealed layer, lay it out flat. Then here, what I have, these are brilliant. I want to see.
Another. We don't do these in the UK. Thank you again, John.
I'm trying to find a supplier for these in the UK. So. Right, so this is so simple, it's ridiculous.
Oh, we got the BCB as well for you, John.
It is a Mylar blanket system. Camouflage one, or green one side, silver the other side, but it is quite heavy duty, quite ripstop. It's well made, and it is a layer system. So again, this is made up of 2 layers. So you've got that nice little vacuum in the center. So you put that laid out on your top, and there are eye holes on it. So it lays out and it matches.
It's shiny, isn't it?
The eyelets on the top. You then, on top of that, place your Wooby. Fold the whole lot over. You've now got a waterproof layer, windproof layer underneath you. You've got that, a layer of that underneath you. You've got a layer of the Wooby underneath you. And then over you, you've got the same. You've got the Wooby, then the thermal blanket, and then the poncho on top. Now, what you can do is it has poncho around the top. It has poppers, and you can pop the sides together so that it seals up. Absolutely brilliant. Simple. Yeah, simple. Absolutely simple. It's a system you can't go wrong with. And it works superbly. It really does work well. When I first got the Wooby, because obviously we're over here, we don't have them, and we hear lots about them. When it first came, I've got to admit, I picked it up and went, oh, that's really light. I don't know about that. Works brilliantly. The material it's made of is reflective. Okay, not so much for light, but for heat. There's a sheen to it. It helps to reflect body heat back. The insulating layer is fine. And on the camp at -2 degrees, I had a underquilt on my hammock, and this folded in half, laid over me, absolutely stormed it. No problem at all. I also, on the second night, took this off and tried the UK temperate climate sleeping bag, because unfortunately for me, I've got an army sleeping bag, but it's a size small. No good for me. I mean, it literally comes up to about there. I can't get my shoulders into it. But it made a really good overquilt for a hammock, because if I just unzipped it, I've got the foot box to slip my feet into. Works superbly. Now, I will say 2 layers, or the Wooby folded over, doubled up on itself, was as good as the British Army sleeping bag. Yeah. Added bonus was it was a little bit easier to get in and out of. So that's Woobies. Absolutely simple, brilliant bit of kit. Now, Kaz has a Wooby, Jace has a Wooby, I have a Wooby, Jack has a Wooby. We're all Wooby fans.
Yeah.
Kaz has got one downstairs.
Sticks did have a Wooby, but Twigs has nicked it.
This house in the winter can be bitterly cold. Okay, the walls at each end are just a single skin of plastic. Okay, built in the 50s, 60s.
And T.
Kaz quite often curls up under the Wooby, and is joined by Willow.
Yeah, Willow likes
thoroughly enjoys it. Jace is a van lifer who at the moment is running no heater.
No heating.
No heating at all. But he's got a Wooby.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yep, works fine.
There you go. So simple systems.
Outside was saying, you know, your medical bag you were saying about last week?
Yeah.
His mate said, how many do you want? They said they're hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
His mate said, how many do you want? He's one that's got the stores.
One
shop.
Right.
Yeah, because we've got to get hold of him. I said,
Andy, Andy, do you know what? Yeah, it's right. So
it's Strike Force. That's his.
If you, what we will do, I'll do a video this week on that bag, and then I'll show you guys the bag and that, and I'll do a link to Andy's mate's store, and then
Strike Force.
You can get Strike Force. Then you can go over and have a look yourself, because for me, I like military kit because it is hard wearing. It is designed for the rigours of the battlefield. I'm never going to be in a battlefield again, hopefully.
What I'll do is I'll put that link on there for him.
But I like simple kit. I like things like bags that clamshell and stuff like that because it makes it so much easier to get your kit. The days of digging in and going through 300 pockets are over for me. I want it simple. I'll open it up. There's my brew kit and that. So what I'll do, my video this week, I will take, Kaz will remind me, I'll do the medic bag out. Probably go for a walk. I might see about picking up Max if Mac fancies a wander down the canal.
We are going to try and see some White Hart as well.
Yeah, we're going to try and get you out to see the White Hart. I would like to take Mac for a walk down the canal, see if I can find that missing pillbox again.
Well, Gary Lunn's in the house again. He ordered one woob and he got two.
Oh, bonus!
Bonus, mate. Bonus.
Bonus.
What we'll do is we'll take that down. I'll show you how I use that system and how
What
it works for me.
Andy, well, when you do that, I'll get the details together, and you can put it at the end of your video.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, Andy, for your mate, I'm not after freebies, but if I can make contacts with people like your mate, and I can actually find, all right, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get into trouble, but the area I'm in, there are a couple of shops. This is a military area. There's a couple of shops here in the area that are army surplus, and to be honest with you, are massively overpriced because they got the squaddies, and squaddies always need spare kit. Squaddies always lose bits of kit, and squaddies get in for losing kit. So they've always known they can ramp their prices up, which is a bit of a nightmare. It's a bit unfair, but then again, business is business, and if you're daft enough to lose a starred item, so be it. Trying to make contacts with people outside. The difficult thing is every time I approach somebody and I go, "Hi there, I'm a YouTuber, could I?" They sort of go, like that. What I'm trying to do is actually get them more sales, especially if they're at a decent price. And yeah, have content for my channel. It's but yeah, there's a couple of them around here. I've even had one of them pretty much asked me to leave the store. Not just have me in there.
Yeah, but it's like we went to because I used to collect small silver, like salt spoons and mustard spoons, and we went to this place. It was up one of the horse racing places, and someone had a key to the
legendary key,
a key to the telecoms room in the Titanic.
Yeah. This guy was stood there.
Well, every time this tease gets sold and another one comes out,
a couple £100 for it.
Yeah,
like you can prove it, isn't it?
With a label. This key was what they used to lock the door to the telecoms room on the Titanic when it went down. And I just looked at him and went, "If you know the story of the Titanic, you know the guy in the radio room." He went, "Yeah." I said, "He kept transmitting until he died. He kept transmitting until the ship went down." So, did somebody lock him in and run away with the key? Or did he chuck the key at the last minute out the porthole to his mate and went, "John, take the key"?
Yeah, just in case I've got.
Yeah, I love those sort of legends, you know. Save the key, John. Save the key. Oh, Bert, I got it. Yeah. So again, comment. They're out there.
Like Alcatraz padlocks. Yeah.
I've got a box of those keys cracking that one.
You ought to sell them, mate. They're worth a fortune.
Yeah, John, same all over the world. You lose one Abrams tank and they want to take it out your pay.
No second chances, nah.
Yeah, Bushcraft Sussex, we'll try and get the pics for you.
Oh, yeah, Mac, was that one of your stories around the fire? Mac lost a military minibus once, got drunk in London and forgot he left it.
That's just an everyday occurrence, isn't it?
That's a bugger, isn't it?
It's probably still parked somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Jess, you're working tonight, right? Have a good night, my love. Take it easy. Jess, thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad that your camp went well. And yes, stay safe, have fun, have your adventure, sweetheart. And yes, we're definitely open invite for you to the camp. Definitely. Oh, got towed away.
Oh, 220 quid for a
release.
Mate.
And again, so yeah, nice, happy people. Everybody being nice, polite to one another. Not Jess, not Jess. This is what I love. I love it. It's community. It's people are friends. They've made contacts. They made friends. They share information, knowledge. They look out for. And again, one of the things we found here is guys do disappear. They go off and do other things. They stop YouTubing. They might not join us on the Sunday.
Oh,
And we regularly sit here and go, I wonder if so and so's okay, you know.
Invisible Camera said he'd been the lightweight Landy racing a Yank in a blazer on Greenhill Common. Hey! Night, Jess.
Well, what I will say to you, Invisible, about that, the Blazer may have the bigger engine and the power, but the lightweight's got the determination.
Mac was saying what made it worse is that it was on German plates and it was left-hand drive, so it stood out a bit.
In that case, that was probably blown up by the bomb squad.
It's in someone's private collection somewhere.
Invisible, I dig the photographs out. I restored a Land Rover that Matt got me, a lightweight, Series 3 lightweight a few years back.
Shorty.
And yeah, that was my pride and joy. It wasn't the quickest thing in the world. It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but I loved driving it.
You used to go sleeping it a lot, didn't you, Mac? Every time Mitch would start driving, yeah. That's nice.
Bushcraft rebooted, yeah.
It's too much politics.
Mate, the same thing here. We've only got to turn on the news at the moment, and it's government this, government that. That's it. And to be honest with you, most people, all they're interested at the moment is keeping themselves warm, keeping their electric supply, because we've been having a few power cuts, keeping the food on the table, having a laugh and a joke, and getting through it. Because really and truthfully, those at the top end of the scale are so far out of our world. Yeah, they don't acknowledge us. We don't acknowledge them. Yeah.
Oh no, this joke.
Bushcraft Sussex. Yeah.
Do that,
mate.
Yeah.
We one of the nice things Max mate brought down his Series 1 Land Rover. That was 1951. So the first Series 1 Land Rover was
it's a bit sad, isn't it, Mac?
1948. Oh, is that how sad am I? 1948.
No, Mac was saying don't mention all the Land Rovers you two have owned.
Oh, yeah.
Because it feels like crying at how much we're worth now.
Yeah. So the Wilkes brothers, who were the guys that owned Rover Car Corporation, after the war, they realised they're farmers, and they realised that all the farms were buying up the Jeeps that had come over from the States. And to save Rover cars as a short-term thing, they decided to not exactly copy, but build their version of the Willys Jeep. So they built their version of Willys Jeep to sell to farmers, small companies, businesses, and that, to try and keep their company afloat. And the fantastic thing is, at the end of the story, here we are, 80-odd years later, Rover Car Company ceased to exist. Land Rover still going. Yeah, and it was a stopgap. I mean, they were originally made out of aluminium because there wasn't a lot of steel, but there was a load of aluminium floating around. Yeah, and it was just simple engineering, and that's what kept it alive for all those years.
Yeah, Mitch does like those Grenadiers, don't you?
I do like the Grenadiers.
Yeah, Matt was saying about that.
Yeah, I've had a good look round a Grenadier, and if I had the £75,000 to buy one, I'd probably have one. I do like them. I'm trying to think.
But have you seen, Mitch?
Yeah.
New Land Rovers. Have you seen their new logo? They're getting rid of the green oval thing That's what will be on them.
No,
No.
that's not Land Rover. That's Jaguar Land Rover.
Exactly.
That's not
That's
Land
what's going
Rover.
on now.
No, Jaguar, you may be failing. You may be falling by the wayside. People no longer see you as a classic mark. Don't show
Bushcraft
steal our
Attics.
Land
On
Rovers.
my uncle's farm, we had a gypsy.
Yeah.
Who made them? That's what we used to use. Austin Gypsy. Yeah, that's what we used to use on the farm.
I'm with Harley Davidson there. Okay, so I'm with all those Harley Davidson owners that when Harley Davidson back in the 90s turned around to Porsche and said, let's make a water-cooled V-twin with modern technology and all that, so they went, no, that's not a Harley. That's not, how dare you?
No.
And Harley's still going. Land Rover needs to do the same thing. They need to turn around and go, no.
Oh, wow.
Just
And he was
produce
saying that
basic car.
Yeah.
he said he watched Shed and Buried last night. Their bloke had a 1959 Land Rover with a factory-fitted Rolls-Royce engine.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Invisible camper. Yeah, there's a phrase I've not. You made an old man so happy. I haven't heard that in years. Burma Bright. Oh, my dad used to restore cars, and I know where you're coming from.
We've had so many different 4x4s, haven't we?
Everybody just calls it aluminium.
We've had Mitsubishis, we've had Toyotas, we've had
some of the older cars we've had, some of the old Japanese stuff.
Isuzu Bighorn, I love that.
Some of the early Japanese cars we had, or old Japanese cars we had from the 60s and 70s, I never thought would be worth anything. Mark 1 Celica's.
Jason's with you, that one, Gary. He likes the new VW vans, don't you?
Yeah.
They're now fetching thousands.
They're going to be a classic, the new ones, the new shape VW vans. They will be. They're better than those T, whatever they're bloody called.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, it's never going to be what the dinosaur was.
No.
Yeah, it's never going to be an air-cooled flat 4 1.3.
Oh, no, because they're all electric now.
Push rods.
I wish we could have another P6 V8 again, but we just you couldn't even. It just ended up just sitting there. We couldn't never move it.
I remember the great thing with older cars was the simplicity. I can remember we got a town near us called Woking. It's got a horrible one-way system on it, and the clutch fork on my Volkswagen Beetle.
Nothing wrong with that. Booted.
Sheared off in the middle of the one-way system. So we pushed it to the side of the road. Kaz and the boys went off to get a coffee and something to eat, and I took the engine out at the side of the road. With the help of two of the guys, lifted the body over the engine so that I could get to the Bellhausen properly, took the clutch fork out, hammered the life out of it to try and bend it all back into shape and that, put it back in, lifted the Beetle back over the engine, lifted the engine back up, slid it on the 4 bolts, did the 4 bolts up, slid the throttle cable back through, connected the electric plug, and then when Kaz come back, we drove it home. And the funny thing was, halfway through this process, a police car, back in the days of the Volvo police car, 245 Volvo, pulls up behind me. All right, son, what are you doing? Engine behind the car. Yeah, I've just sorted out the clutch.
And the outside said the new VW vans look like suppositories. He's got a 72 Devon.
Oh, it's 72 Devon.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Nice. So you've got the lifting top then. Nice.
You're right, Invisible, though. The hipsters are the ones that turn all the flipping bikes into cafe races, aren't they? CXs, 500s, yeah.
You said hipster.
I didn't. Invisible said it, so...
Bloody hipsters. Don't know what an ape hanger is from a cow horn. Bloody hipsters.
They'll never be in the dark side, will they?
Never. Yeah, with your
watching
mass-produced bobber.
I was watching. You're a weirdo, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, so Andy's got a pop-up Devon with converted in Sidmouth and also has a CX Cafe Racer.
Ooh, okay.
Well, we were talking about this. We do like CXs, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Like CXs.
Yeah, but the prices of like everything else have just
skyrocketed.
Yeah.
They
used to be, no one wanted maggots, did they?
I mean, well, let's face it, they were the courier bike of choice in the 80s. Literally every courier you knew. I mean, Andy, Cully, they all used them.
Andy's got 2.
Thank
you,
greedy.
Andy. I'm gonna have to put up with his sulking all night now.
You want to swap one for
a wife?
Series 1 Landy, same as Rob's, but a 56 was going for 34 grand.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, good old maggot.
Yeah, did like the.
Yeah, well, you had a K. I think you had a K.
K100.
No, the BMW one.
Yeah, K100.
Is it 100? Oh,
yeah.
Because Andy was saying about the K. BMW K. Yeah, because
the
someone bought that
K75
for.
came out earlier. That was 750. I had the K1000, which was 1100. K1100.
Yeah.
So I did 1100 job.
Yeah, because someone bought that off you that was turned into a cafe race.
Great bike, but used to burn the hell out of my left foot because the exhaust came down to the cylinder head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being rude, guys. I just got to go and water the fish.
It's his age, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the Guinness. The Guinness.
He'll get there and you have the.
Tick, tick, tick. That's when he walks around.
It's joy fly. Okay.
Well, yeah, he's his tackle.
Excellent. He's done another spoon.
Who's this?
Bushcroft Sussex.
Have to come down and teach us how to do that.
Yeah, Bushcroft Sussex. Hopefully you can come to the camp in February, because it'd be nice to someone to show us how to do that.
Excuse me. Hello, Willow. Hello, Willow. Come here.
Sit down.
Come on, good boy.
Bushcroft Sussex. I'm sure that we can get someone to give you a lift.
We'll find a way.
We don't know at the moment, Kiwi. It's just a sort of general
February.
A month. It's just a month yet. We haven't.
I've got to look at how the bookings go. And obviously, I've got to look at how my stuff's going.
But Willow's in the house.
Yeah, Willow's in the house.
We've got my new giggle ball, and it's.
Yeah. It's you ignoring Jason. Didn't bring you any lamb back, did he?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, your hoodie.
Yeah.
When Jason comes round, he's always in your hoodie pocket.
He is. I
had my hoodie on, put my hands in my pocket at Costco, and I found one of his jumbones in my pocket.
He buried it.
Yeah.
Bugger.
Yeah,
that's right, Bushcroft. Like I say, we can. We're sure that.
No, we'll find a way, mate.
We'll find a way again.
We'll find a way. There's
Mr. D's in the house. Yes,
Hi,
child.
Hi, Mr. D. Hi, Mr. D's mum. Hi, Mr. D's dad. How you doing, guys? Hope you're all good over there in Oregon. Hope taking it easy. Hope the weather is being kind to you. Yeah, so the camp in February is going to be bitter. Now, I have to be honest with you guys. I'm going for results tomorrow. The consultant. A lot of what I want to do next year is dependent on
most
how
definitely
that all goes.
That's fine, Sussex.
But we are being positive, pushing forward. We are looking at doing a February camp, and then we're looking at doing a May camp. We're looking at doing an April camp, May camp, then an August camp. Okay, June, July are busy times for everybody, and it's usually damn hot. And up in the woods there, the fire risk goes, as Jason said, goes right through the roof. Anybody that's been up there will understand.
That'd be fantastic, yeah.
The woods I use is on about a foot of peat, and that is spread evenly, not just there. We are at the bottom of a very large hill. So if, God forbid, anything ever went wrong, it is going to rip through that area. So it's just not worth the risk. However, what I'd like to do this year, June, July, is get out to some other people. Go visit some other guys. Come to your parts of the country.
And he's asking what's the matter. really say at the moment because obviously
I don't want to say it. It's just like, yeah.
Oh, you got to fight day 5 of Mega Flu. Oh, poor.
Yeah, it's
Then-
right, guys. I'm near 60 years old. Okay, so I had to have a lung test recently. I have breathing difficulty now. I've got COPD. That comes from years and years of smoking and being in dusty, dirty environments. They found a shadow on my lung they weren't happy about. I went back for further tests. The shadow, part of the test is to see if it's getting bigger. It wasn't. However, they also did a periphery test, and that periphery test has also shown something wrong in my kidney and my liver. So they've done a whole. We've had several months now of worrying and panicking about the lung, and then all of a sudden they've hit us with the kidney and liver as well. I've done all sorts of tests, and until I see the consultant tomorrow, I have no idea what it is. Okay, so staying positive. If it's a cyst or just damage, calcium builds up, anything like that, we'll take it. Okay, but one of the things we're going to do is no matter what, we will push forward with the channel and push on with our adventures. So we'll just keep going. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking for prayers. Or by all means, say a prayer for me tonight. I'll take it. Because I will be honest with you, no matter how much I profess courage and bravery, there's a bit of me that's a bit scared.
Yeah.
A little bit scared. So yeah, that's 8:30 tomorrow morning. I will let you all know how it's all going, but again, yeah, just gotta push forward, haven't you? You gotta push forward, keep your head up, put one foot in front of the other, don't lose heart, just keep stepping it out. That's what we do.
Bushcroft Sussex says you can come to his mate's forest in the summer, an ancient woodland, and it's lovely.
Yeah,
Lovely.
love to.
Yeah.
Love to. Yeah, that would be fantastic. I will dearly look forward to it. Thank you very much, Gary.
Fittleworth, I know Fittleworth. My auntie, my grand sister lived in Petworth, so I know Fittleworth
Yeah,
really, really well.
yeah, we know Fittleworth very, very well. Pulled a guy out of a car in Fittleworth, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah. I was actually.
There's nothing wrong with him.
I was pregnant with our youngest.
It wasn't, funny enough.
And we drove driving along, and I looked to one side. We went past in the Fittleworth Road, and there was a country car park there.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's funny. There's hose pipes going into the sunroof.
Oh,
So as we went by, I said, not being funny, but I think someone's trying to kill themselves back there. So we went back, and sure enough, we had him in both exhaust pipes and in through the sunroof.
So I jumped out and did the hero thing. Went over. Come on, mate. Open the door. It's not worth it.
Hi,
Don't-
Mr. Fisherback.
Don't do it. You're in a public place. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You know, there's always something.
That's a
for.
definite T.
And he looked at me, gave me the middle finger, and laughed and went, "Lock myself in. You won't get me out of this car." Yeah, there's a BMW 5 Series. Did you know that you can actually pull the sunroof off of one of those very easily?
Yeah.
I was quite surprised at how quickly and easily it
He
detached.
still stopped smiling when the pipes got ripped out.
It was. Well, I've been known to be quite a determined personality when I want to be. Not always to my benefit, but yeah.
Yeah, T. That yeah. We'll be answering your email later, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely get together for some camping.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Next summer, I want to do a proper meetup next summer. I would like to get a shed load of us together. I mean, somewhere, not necessarily in my woods because it's a bit small, but maybe a campsite, a field, somewhere in the UK, somewhere ideally, I think,
Gary.
sort of central in the UK, where we can all come together for a weekend, where literally, if somebody wants to come in from abroad, it's not too far from an airport to fly in. For those guys that are in the UK, if they want to come down from Scotland, up from the west or up from the south, somewhere central.
Yeah, we're going to try so if not, we're going to try and do one sort of midway and one higher up. So it would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be lovely to get everybody together for a weekend. Just again, it was that whole thing, isn't it? Meeting and greeting is actually putting faces to names. Being able to shake somebody's hand.
Everyone have to bring a piece of paper with a sticky paper
Sticky
with their name on, or a hat with your with what your channel names.
Channel names.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest pleasures for me is doing the camps. Actually, I do enjoy Sunday social and the camps. The videos I love doing. I enjoy sharing the information, and I'm not the best videographer, so I just plod along at it. There's some brilliant guys out there, Owen and Sticks and Benny and that. I mean, their channels are going to overtake mine by miles, and I'm not bothered by that.
Only spat me drink out watching Benny.
However,
all night when he's
the Sunday social is the thing for me.
slid.
The Sunday social and the camps, it's for meeting people, having a laugh, having a joke. It's funny how you can stick 10 people around a fire. We did it this last one. You stick all these people around a fire. The fire's going, you've had a meal, you all sit there, and it's just absolute silence as people sipping their tea, guys lighting the cigarettes, someone lighting the cigars. And then you suddenly think, it's
Bushcraft said we wouldn't miss him. He's 6'5", has size 14 feet, and a huge beard.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's a squatch.
It's a squatch.
It's
another squatch.
It's a southern squatch.
Hey,
Joyce,
where is it?
On that shelf there, is there a pot noodle?
Oh, I can't see.
We'll explain the theory to you. Me and Chris were watching a couple of videos, and where people have come across Sasquatches. Oh, apparently, especially in the UK.
Excellent, Owen.
But in all their videos, they seem to have a pot noodle. They all seem to have a chicken, chicken and mushroom pot noodle somewhere in the video.
She draws them in.
Quite often, just sat at the side, and we're convinced that chicken and mushroom pot noodles lure in Sasquatches.
You might as well get them noodles you get out of your packing cases, and eat them.
Yeah. The crazy things we talk about in a camp is like Sasquatches and their accents, right? So,
and what were the monkey noises?
That's just the call of nature.
The call of the bushcrafter. Yeah.
The morning chorus.
Bushcraft stuff in Sussex is definitely a Sasquatch. Fitting
perfectly. And again, that's the other nice thing within the community, within the bushcraft prepping survival world. You find that people have a decent sense of humour. They don't take themselves too seriously.
T said when we have a meet up, we all should bring a pot noodle with us, like a secret password to join the camp.
You can't come in unless you've got a pot noodle.
Yeah.
Turn up at the gate.
It's been as bad as against us fast, isn't it?
Secret thing, right? You have the label actually on the inside of the collar of your jacket.
The lid.
Be people queuing out there, be like, no, you don't know the secret sign.
Yeah.
Pot noodle.
And there's always going to be someone that comes on those big boy ones, the really
strong
ones.
We don't do the Bombay hot. No. Those imposters.
It's got to be chicken and mushroom. Not that you can taste it.
Yeah, the original hardcore chicken and mushroom pot noodle. All right. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. You can go with your newfangled fancy dancy.
Kimchi, whatever it is now.
Keep that. If you did not grow up on chicken and mushroom pot noodles, you are not a prepper or survivalist.
Evening, Benny. I hope you Nicky's grand's okay.
Hi, Benny. How you doing, brother?
He said Nicky's grand's now just home, so he's now editing.
Bless her. Leave Michelle. Pot noodle and Marmite sardines all around.
Marmite sardines. No.
Good night. See you later, Badger. He's got to go now because he's camping and he's.
Have a great week, mate. Stay safe. Have fun. Have your adventures.
There you
Enjoy
go.
yourself.
If you all bring a pot noodle, I'll do the cooking that night. I'll just boil up the water.
That's a payment. You can all bring a pot noodle. He'll bring the hot water, and we'll hide the toilet roll.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. So, kit investments, investing in kit. The single best thing I've bought in the last month or two is a 5-litre stainless steel kettle from Team.
Temu. Yeah, it was 11 quid.
11 quid. Do you know what? We kept that sat on that fire, literally rolling over non-stop
weekend.
for the
Yeah,
entire weekend, from
five-
Friday lunchtime
Yeah.
right the way through. That never stopped steaming.
Yeah,
And
5.5 litres for
Yeah,
11
it's very-
quid.
It was
That's
a very good kettle.
Yeah.
if you're going to do camps, get yourself a good sized kettle. You know,
Max has got a video from Robin. Little Roman is eating a curry. He's so Max a grandparent at the moment. Yeah, Lee Michael said you've got to make it in a Dutch oven.
emptying all the pot noodles in. 25 pot noodles in one Dutch oven.
And
Yep.
Andy outside said he remembers his first pot noodle in 1979, chicken and mushroom. He remembers riding back from the shops from school with it strapped to the rear of his red rally chopper.
I remember it myself. I was so
Yeah, rally
excited.
chopper. Oh yeah, my granny bought me one, and I was like, it smells weird.
The funny thing is, if you were all eating them back in the day, you were all eating soya, and you didn't even realise you were
Yeah.
eating soya.
Oh, that's a good one, Benny. Benny met a guy in the woods today. He came up to the camp interested in what he was doing.
Yeah.
They swapped numbers, and he's going to be come along with him and do some videos.
Oh, there you go.
He wants to get into it too. Well done, Benny. See, spreading the love,
Spreading the love.
spreading the knowledge.
Very good. Have you found
There
it?
we
You found
go.
it. There it is. Pot noodle.
And no, we will not be all fighting over that one. Poxy, April the 25th, it runs out.
Oh, they never run
They
out.
never run out.
No.
They will last for a million years.
So why is there a knight riding a chicken?
I have no idea. Kinky.
Do you see that in the new pot noodles? It's a knight riding a chicken. Well, that's just bloody strange.
Well, because if you read the logo on the side here, because I've never actually read one of these, it says
Vesta noodles. I used to like them.
on the side here, be legendary, never chicken out, make your wildest dreams mushroom into reality. That's what it says there.
If it's got to be true, if it's on the
Yeah, but the
it.
closest
It's
that's
on the
been
pot.
that closest that has been to chicken is passing it on the shelf.
Yeah, it's a picture on the
Look,
side.
It says there, be heroic. Be heroic. It's the food of champions.
It's
Although-
food preppers.
I will say at the moment in the pound shop, I can get 7 of those for £1.
Yeah,
And yeah, all right, they're basic, they're simple. Good prepper food.
I agree
Great
with you
prepper
there,
food.
Andy. Andy says that roses, cockroaches, and pot noodles are the only things that survive a nuclear war.
I've actually built a bomb shelter in the garden, and what it took, it's
quite a big
it's
package.
made of 8,000 of these. Built the walls, the whole lot. It should survive a nuclear blast, absorb any radiation. In actual fact, Putin's hypersonic missiles
Yeah.
are proven not to be able to defeat
They'll
that.
bounce off.
Yeah.
If you want to make a nuclear-free bunker, all you need to do is put packets of these.
Yeah.
And make them like Lego bricks.
Yeah.
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 There's
Yeah.
nothing getting in there.
But again, in all seriousness, cheap, simple, stores forever, goes in the back of a cupboard. Okay, as a survival food, as a
Yeah,
prepper
but it's
food,
like
can't really go wrong.
the scone with the whole jam.
Oh, let's not get
Butter.
onto the scone and
Well,
biscuit
glam
thing again.
and cream. No. Some people put the little sachet in when they cook it, and some put it in the end.
Invisible, I respect you bigly. Bigly, is that the term?
Bigly? No, no.
Yeah, it's, mate, you can do the heat. I can't do the heat. I've never been a hot food person. I'm Cornish.
Oh,
A
Korean
pasty is the spiciest thing as I.
spice.
Yeah, T reckons that if you mix that with cement, you'd take a direct blast. And Max says, "What about the wall you built? Would it take a direct hit?" That wall is still there, Mac.
Oh,
Bits
God.
of it.
Oh, the legend of the wall. So
Johnson's gone biscuit, 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 biscuit,
Oh.
biscuit.
24 years ago, yeah, it got to be 24,
It's
24 and 30 years ago, I built a wall in the back
It's got to
garden.
be 24
A
years.
little low wall.
Yeah.
And it was just to section off a bit with some slab in from the rest of the garden. Now, I know nothing about building. I'm not a builder at all. Okay, I spoke to a mate and he told me how to make the mortar up, and he said about laying bricks and all the rest of it. And so I knelt down in the centre of this wall, because it's only about 8 feet long, and I started laying my bricks. And the wall curved, and it curved away from me, and it's 3 foot tall, and it's 2 layers of bricks and all the rest of it. I was so proud of my wall. I invited Mac round. I said, look, I built a wall. And he looked at it, and Mac's got a little bit of experience, that sort of thing, and he looked at it and went, what the have you done there?
that won't last.
I made a perfect curve in it, and it leaned out away from me where I
And it's still there. Yeah.
It's still standing to this very day. So I don't know what I did, but it worked. In actual fact, I can't get rid of the bloody thing now.
Invisible said that some of the Korean stuff is that hot it melts his earwax.
Oh, mate, I
and he said, talking of food, the MOD now have new menus in their wrap packs. They also come in a Ziploc bag now compared to the old Rip Doodah ones.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, see, T is it's got sauces and a Geiger counter at work, so he can help you.
Brilliant.
Cheers, T, you got our back.
Well, we got Tommy is back from his mission, and he has promised me he's going to chat to stores and see after the next exercise, see if he can get me a couple of the latest up to date rations for a strike. And it will just be samples, because again, stealing rations from the military is illegal and he would never do it. However, if the guys have decided that they don't want that particular dish, rather than it going in the skip at the end of the day, he'll have a chat to stores and ask them if I can use it for a review.
Yeah.
And again, that will be through permission, and it will give. And I'll give a big thank you to the guys involved, or I won't name them if it might get them into trouble.
We need another minibus, don't we, or van?
Yeah. Max says, what about when you built the hammock support with train sleepers?
Yeah, that worked well, didn't it? Yeah. So we were building hammocks 25, 30 years ago in back gardens, using railway sleepers, setting them in the deck, burying them in, concreting them in. Oh, I wonder, Matt. I wonder if anybody's ever managed to take that out.
I did. Tommy brought us round some of the hot chocolate.
Oh, shall I go get them? Go get the two. There's 2 types of hot chocolate.
Yeah,
now.
whatever one you gave me the other night, I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No, I did not.
You did not appreciate
that. Military ones.
They changed it.
Changed it.
It wasn't the mint one, so I've got to give him the benefit of the doubt if the mint and the orange one still taste all right. But Tommy gave us some of the new hot chocolate, and it
was good.
It tastes like cheap and nasty.
Oh, really?
It's like the coffee.
Probably saving money. It probably is. The old military hot chocolate.
I love hot chocolate. I love mint. I don't mind the orange, but it is, So Visible says, I've reviewed pot noodles on my channel as I have managed to avoid them through the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Look, they're okay for a stopgap. I wouldn't live on them.
The only thing it's useful is the tub.
Yeah. I suppose there's loads of students out there that live on them.
Yeah. If you got nothing and you need something warm inside you, it doesn't have to taste or anything, which it doesn't. Yeah, Bombay Bad Boy. Why do people like that?
So, a lot of you will be used to seeing that style of hot chocolate ration pack, which is made in Germany. It's made for Vesti Foods.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to, isn't it? With those ones.
Yeah. So let's go through some of this. Made in Germany, Zesty Foods. Right, 500 mils of hot water into that one.
That's a new one.
And the calorie count, I'm not going to go into too much, but the calorie count in that one is 1,577 calories. Okay, so that's that one.
Andy wants to know can you still
this
take
one is made in the Czech Republic.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, this one takes 400 mils of water. This one has 2,000 calories.
Jesus.
Right.
Is that one you gave me last night?
Yeah. So no, that's the one I gave you last night.
That was
that's
horrible.
the one I'm going to try. So that is basically the equivalent of the old Arctic hot chocolate, super high calorie.
I've tried the Arctic rice pudding. That is lovely.
Yeah, it's literally, this is just pure energy in a mug. Again, it's one of those things that. You could tell because when you read the label on the front, it says hot chocolate flavored drink powder with sugar and sweetener.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right, T. I mean, if you had that before you go to bed, you'll be still awake 3 days later. Andy would like to know. He says, can you still take an army helicopter with the biscuits brown?
You can take anything with biscuits brown, right? The problem with biscuits brown, they will never change because back in the Second World War, they produced them as such a staple that I think we're still eating through the ones that were put by for 1945.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, biscuits brown, I know a lot of people knock them.
Hot chocolate with curry paste. Oh, that's a bit different, Mac.
Yeah, when you've got nothing else. Yeah, one of those. Biscuits brown. Make that with 50% of the water. Biscuits brown crumpled into it. Stir it all round. Chalky porridge. Oh, food of gods.
Owen.
Food of gods. Night, Owen. Sleep well, mate. Food of gods.
Biscuit brown. You think you can sharpen and use this as a knife?
Well, do you know what? Yeah, I was watching a video today on improvised weapons, and it actually went through my head. Biscuits brown, sharpened up.
Max just said, "Don't knock it till you try it."
Yeah, don't.
I mean, if you're in a hole and it's cold, yeah.
I mean, that's the fun. I mean, I love the boil in the bag stuff. I was about when it first came in, and I can remember the rations before that when everything was either tinned or a packet like that.
And it looked great, didn't it?
Very badly labelled potato flake or apple flake.
Oh, sorry. I could try emailing you one, Owen. He said he wants a hot chocolate now.
Owen,
he wants one now.
I will send you a hot chocolate, friend. You can then put it in your kit and try it.
Take it to Willow's back and see how far he gets.
Yeah.
I will say to you, before you try it, right, read the instructions, look at what's in it, look at the calorie count, probably share it with your missus.
Yeah.
Very nice with squirty cream, some sprinkles and bits and pieces on top.
You get 2 cups out of one of them.
I didn't mind the oatmeal biscuits.
No, I like the oatmeal biscuits. Oatmeal blocks I liked. Oatmeal, or the cheesy biscuits, not so much. Cinnamon biscuits, I'd fight you for them.
Yeah.
I'd fight you for them. I like them.
I liked from the cake soup. The blueberry turnovers and that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that came from the American rations.
They're nice.
You know, in comparison, I'll see what I've got for a giggle.
I've got to do a Mitch on Cola soon.
Yeah.
And just give him a load of the army sweets.
I've got a whole jar full in the kitchen. Mac will tell you what it's like.
What's it like, Mac? Give the child these sweets.
Mac, Jason wants to give his grandson a jar of the army sweets.
Kid won't sleep for days.
Yeah, so bushcraft sausage used to eat 4,000 calories a day. That's 8 brioche and 4 pints of milk for breakfast. Max said not recommended because when was Robin? It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. You were still playing swing ball, wasn't it? When Mitch did it.
Why is my daughter playing kangaroos at 3 in the morning?
Hunter's chicken, yeah, they're quite nice, aren't they, in the barbecue sauce? Andy's got one of those. He said, "Do you like the Hunter's chicken?" Oh, that's a maple bun. Has anyone seen the maple buns? Oh, it's 100 a net. Do you want to touch my bun? Sorry.
I apologise.
I'm getting the buns out.
Yeah, I have to watch out because I ain't got to lose because they got a little anti-willow thingy in there. That is the maple bun.
Right, so let's face it, we're not talking about luxury food. We're talking about survival food or combat rations. So the idea is it gets energy into you. It gives you the energy, the
Bad
food
move,
you
wasn't
need
it?
to push on with. Now these things they're quite stodgy, aren't they? Quite bland, quite dry. Warmed up, they're not too bad. But again, if you're in a situation where you're sat in your basher somewhere,
You actually see the
you've
centres
you
in.
you burnt off loads of energy through the day. You're feeling bloody pig sick, miserable, knackered, and exhausted. That is a saving grace. The sweetness to the maple, the fuel that it's putting in your body, it's what's going to help you. It's something we've got to get back to again when we're talking about survival food rations and things like that. It's great if you can produce a meal like Jason did with the lamb and all the stuff, but the reality of prepping a survival food is the fuel is more important than anything else. It's great if it can be tasty. It's great if it can look beautiful. It's great if it can be luxurious. But more importantly, it's the fuel. And sometimes, I mean, I quite often look at these things and I think to myself, bloody looks horrible. Doesn't look the best thing.
The blueberry ones are lovely.
But there's some, it's just literally a basic bread with maple syrup in it.
Invisible Camper says that Rat Packs went downhill when they stopped having spangles in them.
Oh,
I loved spangles.
Spangles. Not even allowed chocolate now. Not allowed chocolate. Horrible. Oh, what kind of world bans chocolate in a ration pack?
You're not allowed to have any fun, any comfort.
He said, has anyone tried the Seven Oceans emergency rations? No, I've not.
No.
I
tend to keep myself very, very simple. I've got a lot of boil in the bag. I love boil in the bag. I've got a lot of military boil in the bag. I've got a lot of civvy boil in the bag. I like it for its simplicity. It's easy of use. I'm old school squaddy.
I like the
mug,
apple
tin,
custard.
Boiling water, scoff in it, bring it to a boil, take it out, give it a shake, put it to one side, boiling water into cup, brew. Yeah. Simplicity is what I like. A little bit of water's left in the bottom, into a mess tin, scrub up, clean yourself up, do what you've got to do with your personal admin and that. So basically, within 5 to 10 minutes of getting up in the morning, it's all done. I also like the fact that a lot of stuff is it can be eaten cold, boiling the bags and that. And believe you me, I've done it. I mean, I used to say to guys, the one thing you never want to look into first in the morning is a cold corned beef hash.
Oh.
When you've got to break the fat on the top to eat it. But as a fuel, it was brilliant. You might be a bit gopping getting it down, but once it was in you, your body processed it quickly. Yeah. You felt your energy come back up. You felt fueled. You could get on with stuff.
to see if I can get one of those and give for you to try it.
Yeah,
anyway, the lifeboat ration packs.
Yes.
Rations.
Now, I had for donkey's years some of the oat blocks, survival oat blocks, and I actually quite like them. I loathe porridge, but those I quite liked. Great survival food, great put your bite, and anything like that that you can acquire, put into store, put at the back of a shelf, especially stuff that has an immense shelf life. Once you've got it, it's there, isn't it? It's a bonus. Yeah, you can do a lot with oat blocks. You flavouring up oat blocks. You can go savoury,
you can use your hot diggity dog.
Yeah, savoury or sweet, and go either way with it. It's just fuel.
You see, I like the sweet ones. I'm not really into. I don't mind the.
There you go, Cujo.
Yeah.
He's got a few lifeboat rations. 2042 use by date on them.
Oh wow.
2042.
Yeah.
See.
Oh, excellent.
Right. Thanks for letting me know that. I'll get down there. Roaming Ray, ball in the bag, nearly half price at Go Outdoors, Basingstoke, Clarendon Down.
Oh, right.
Damn, that's annoying because I do like the.
We used to go to the Reading one, and Basingstoke, and then shut the Reading one, so we started to go use the Basingstoke one.
I have to get down there then this week. Dried beans, rice, flour, anything that you can put by that you can store long term and go to dip. I've been watching a channel in, I think it's Ukraine. There's a young lady. She's got a channel, and she's showing how they build their root stores.
Yeah.
How she preserves the vegetables, the fruit, fish, meat, the whole lot.
Andy, there.
Through the summer, and it's brilliant. Skills that we've lost in the so-called civilized world.
Yeah, Cujo, do some videos. But Andy, the lifeboat rations are what you'll find when you go into your life raft and things like that. That's a box that they have that you use to survive on.
Invisible, right? Your missus and me might have to sit down. I want to learn more about canning. Because again, these are the answers. You don't need to freeze it. Just needs to be stored. It's the preparation. It's what our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents did as a standard.
One that takes the air out as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, these are great skills and abilities that we've lost. But the great thing with YouTube is the information's out there now. And it might take a bit of experimenting. You might have to look at the channel a bit carefully. I'm going to try and see if I
can get one of those lifeboat ration one. I actually think they got little boxes of water, haven't they, in those?
Yeah. Well, we had it last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Prepping. So, quite funny, really. So we both sat downstairs watching a movie last night. It was about 9 o'clock at night, and the wind's got up like a good. Yeah, help yourself to whatever you want, mate.
There's a tango.
The wind's up to a good, and all of a sudden, bang! That's it.
Right.
The whole estate goes black. Power's out. I looked at Cash. He looked at me. We both went. I got up, went to go switch the light, our emergency light on, which we positioned all around the house because it's winter. Went to switch the backup light on, and I walked 4 paces, and the light come on, and we both went.
But we thought, you know what it is like. When you remember back in the sort of 70s, it went out, then it came off, then it went on, then it come back off. So I've got some Temu little clear candles, battery ones. Turn those on. We had the little click-on lights, haven't we, everywhere?
And again, it's that.
And nothing happened.
I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm not saying things are going to get worse. I'm not saying that we're coming to the apocalypse. But however, how nice is it when something like that happens to be able to just go, all right, it's not a problem. And it's literally not bothered. My thought process was like, turn the lamp on, we'll go up to bed whilst it's still warm, we'll get ourselves tucked in. I've got a good book to read. I've got a light by the bed to read. Kat's got her book. We'll get Willow up there with us, hunkered down in one room, sorted.
What I did, I took a leaf out of Owen's book. Because he bought a load of the glow-in-the-dark tape.
Yeah.
So what I've done, next to my bed, I've got a little battery lamp, a little, twisty, bendy one. So I'll put a piece of that on there. I've got 2 rechargeable lamps. Each of those have got some of that green on. So if it's dark, I can just reach out and I've got it.
We've even put a couple of little markers between the bedroom and the bathroom.
Yep.
So when I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning these days to go for a wee, as I find I need to do
stand there with paddles and go like that.
I don't have to turn the light on anymore. I don't have to disturb Kaz. I get up and I look for the little glowing dot, and I just follow that.
But I draw a line. You put an X on the back of your underwear, mate.
Yeah, on the back of the toilet.
Works for me. Works for me. But again, it's simple little methods, simple little things. It's the little things that add up to make the big result. It is when the poo hits the fan, it hits you.
Literally.
When things go
wrong, you have to worry, you ain't got the power.
They come out of the blue. Okay, they come out of the blue, and if you're a prepper and you've got those few bits put by. If you've got the like mindset of having a couple of lamps positioned around the house, like we do in the winter, we both grew up in a period where when it went dark, it went dark.
Yeah.
And I lived in a very rural environment, so when the lights went out in the house, my God, it was black. having those simple things there make the difference, and having your camp stove. Somebody said to me, "Oh, yeah,
That's
do I
not
need to
moving.
buy a gas stove and all the rest of it?" I said, "Well, do you have camping gear?" Yes. So you've already got your cook system. If you want to enlarge it, if you want to make a bigger one, if you want to get a second one, you can do. But if you start with just a simple gas burner and a pot that you can boil water in, you can now cook soup. You can do it in the tin. You can cook stew. You can cook noodles. You can warm a meal. You can get something hot inside you. You can make a brew whilst your neighbours are freezing cold. And yes, the room might well be cold, but you put extra clothing on, and if you can get a warm meal into you, a warm drink into you, heat up a hot water bottle, throw that into the bed, get under. It's simple stuff that we did when I was a boy. I grew up in a rural environment, single pane of glass, no double glazing, no
Yeah, you showed
central
up
heating.
those patterns, didn't you?
Yeah.
The next thing I want to actually buy is a paraffin heater.
Yeah.
I want a small paraffin heater, probably a greenhouse heater, to be honest with you, because I grew up in a farmhouse that had on the landing on the stairs, and we had like a half landing. So you came up, turned, then came up the rest of it. And on that landing, we had a little paraffin heater. Now, I know by today's standards, everybody goes, "Oh, fire risk stairs, you won't get out." My dad taught us how to get out of our bedroom windows. The house was designed that if I got out my bedroom window and lowered myself down, I could put my feet on the windowsill of the room on the ground floor and literally drop 4 feet to the deck. So he taught us that as a get out. So if it did go wrong, all us kids knew out the bloody windows.
Yeah.
You
We know
would you literally hang and drop?
Yeah, Tilly lights.
Yeah. So as my mate Bo Sandan was saying, paraffin lamps and all the rest of it. There's always fear of paraffin lamps, paraffin heaters. Actually, do you know what? Bloody good standby. Paraffin and kerosene will store for years. Okay? And I can guarantee you,
You little monster.
if the weather goes completely to shit, you lose electricity, your gas ain't working, your heating ain't working, that paraffin lamp heater will be the difference between freezing your arse off or not. And even if you didn't want to go that route, remember the old bottled gas heaters?
Yep.
We all used to have them in the 80s. We thought we were posh because we got a brand new one.
Yeah.
I can remember walking back from the shop with a gas bottle on my shoulder, swapping between me and my brother. But that was our heat source.
Yeah.
You know, and it would warm the room. We'd all sit there. Or we'd have the open fire going, depending on whether Dad was going to allow us to or not, because my dad would go, "Don't need to start on the logs yet, boys."
Dee says, hola, Jason. Heard people raving about your catering at the last camp.
I believe it.
Dee, it was stunning. Absolutely stunning, mate. It was a leg of lamb.
It was gone.
It was a nice mature leg of lamb. So lots of flavour. It was cooked in a Dutch oven, 5 hours in total. It was bloody good.
Sticks, how many plates he had?
Now, Sticks was a guy that sat there. When it come to serving the scoff, he went, "I don't eat a lot. I don't eat." What was he actually telling? He goes, "I don't do things with onions in, and I don't eat a lot."
Don't know.
And Jason went, "Just help yourself." 2 plates later, and they weren't small plates, Sticks. I was noting they weren't small plates. Did we get? Oh, we've got to get a high chair for Daz for the next camp.
It's not on. It's not on.
Is he not on tonight?
Those you were there, I feel guilty.
He's doing a welding course soon.
Yeah, I did.
We haven't. We sadly at the house we got hasn't got a fireplace. We haven't. We ain't just got crappy cider heating.
It was simple technologies, simple methods, and all that stuff is still out there. It's still out there, still applicable, still usable, still a resource worth having. I mean, we had in the kitchen, we had a range, and that thing pretty much never went out. It was first job of every morning was to restoke it, keep it going. I've often sat there and thought back to myself, where did all the bloody ash go? Where did all the ash go? Because it just kept going and going and going. You get up in the morning, you put a couple of dry logs on it to get it re-going, and then it used to burn off everything. Everything went through it.
What is your malfunction?
It was hot water. It had a back boiler on it.
Really?
So simple technologies.
What we tend doing, if we
Good
did
move,
have
Andy.
a
Good
problem,
move.
you got those two that Timu little stove, the little pipe will go out the window. That will go in the dining room.
I can remember my dad going out and spreading ash on snow and ice when I was a nipper. And
Ash went into the fire, into the vegetables.
And he used to do a thing quite regularly where he would burn certain woods. I've got to find out what it was about, because he would burn certain woods right down to the white ash. Then he'd collect it and he used to take it down to the chicken run and he spread it in the chicken run. And he used to say it kept the mites down. And I've often wondered about that and thought, well, because chickens are prone to mites. So,
they do lots of dusting. They'll dust plates, don't they?
Yeah, so I've often wondered about that. And again, it's probably an old method, technology, or system that worked and had worked for centuries, but we lose that knowledge with time.
Well, I remember on a Sunday, because my mum and dad had an open fire, and we used to sit there, if we were lucky, with toasting forks. We used to have 3 in between the 5 of us, and we used to sit there taking it in turns doing the toast over the fire.
Bushcraft Sussex is saying that they probably bathe is because they enjoy bathing in the ash. Yeah, my dad used to say it kept the mites down, so I'm just wondering if there's something in the ash, in the dust bath.
If his waits it's quite cold, then it's sterile. Starters.
Well, he would spread it over the whole chicken run.
And the outside said it's probably ash, and Bushcraft Sussex says he used to spread ash on the feed rides for the pheasants.
So there's got to be something in there that helps them keep the mites down. Because I remember we only had 1 year where we got mites on the chickens, got the red mites, and the old man went, right, that's it. And he literally, that's a story for the camp. He said, right, that's it, get rid of the chicken house. And we got rid of absolutely everything, collapsed the whole lot down. That got rotivated over, became a veg patch, and the chickens were literally...
Bushcraft says it's...
Chickens went, and we moved everything to another part of the garden.
Why did the chickens go, bitch?
I'm not saying not on the spot there.
It's caustic, so that kills the mites, and it's Kudrow said it's a lie in the ash.
Thank you, guys.
There
you go. Sharing knowledge, sharing information. So any of you that keep chickens out there, a bit of wood ash probably helps. There you go. Well done, Bushcraft Sussex.
And white ash is what they used to make soap.
Now, I've used ash to make soap. Although I will say my favourite for making soap, those of you that know, is conkers. I love a bit of horse chestnut lye. It just makes a lovely soap, and it makes your skin all nice. I do like it. It's antiseptic as well. Because all green, you look at it and go, is it going to dye my skin? It doesn't. Very, very nice.
Oh, wow.
So,
and
any of you want to make
soap? He used to paint his dad's chicken houses in lime, which he used to have to climb up the lime kilns for when he was 10.
Really?
Down a local quarry.
That's not exactly healthy.
I wonder what health and safety would make of that now.
Yeah. And Max, it's probably similar to giving chickens crushed shells.
Yeah. Yes, happening. So yeah, we do like our chestnuts. Chestnuts, great piece of wood, great tree, does everything, gives shelter, absolutely wonderful. Do love it, and of course you can play conkers as well.
Yes.
You won your we're
coming up to the 2 hour
6
mark.
seconds off 2 hours.
So, guys, as usual, we're reaching the 2 hour mark. I'm going to allow you a good 5 to 10 minutes to say your good nights. Thank you for joining us this Sunday. For those guys that were new, I hope you enjoyed it.
I love the smell of Chris.
Only in the morning.
Hope you had a bit of fun, bit of a giggle. Have an awesome week. Enjoy yourselves. And to all you regular guys, again, as usual, have your adventures, have fun, get outside, enjoy yourselves.
No, D. He said in 1963, his twin aunts had a pet bunny, Pinky. He escaped. They were sad. 35 years later, his grandpa told them they ate Pinky for Thanksgiving.
Was Grandpa forgiven?
Oh no!
Yeah. So, from my friends in the States and elsewhere in the world, I hope the weather holds for you.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great time. Look forward to seeing all your videos.
hope you're not too flooded out because Lucky Stealth is actually on a hill.
Yeah.
And we're at Log Hoppers as well. I noticed that you've got a bit of flooding at your camp, but lucky again, they're up on
fingers crossed for you. You've got the right place. Yeah. Have fun, guys. Take it easy. Be good. No, my pleasure. My pleasure as always.
It has been emotional,
you guys
hasn't
for
it?
joining us. Invisible, it's not a problem, mate. Again, one of the things we said when we started the community, people are busy. People are doing their own thing. It's nice. It's lovely to hear from you. It's lovely to catch up. It's nice to know you're good. Yeah, hopefully, guys, dive over, have a look at Invisible's channel if you haven't already. Give him some love and likes, and
put a little comment on. It'd be great as well. Yeah, it's nice to see the comments.
Yeah, and yeah, don't just support me. Support one another. Love, share, like, do all that stuff. Especially for the newer channels. Remember what it was like when you were first starting out and you only had a few and it goes a bit quiet and you think, oh, what am I doing? Give them the encouragement to keep going.
When he was at school, Robin's rabbit died. So he went out and replaced it and she came running in from after school saying, Dad, the rabbit's changed colour. Love you too, Trina.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, good night all. Hope you have a really good week and hopefully the weather's all good with everyone and we'll catch you soon.
I shall let you all know Sunday what the results are. And I'll tell you straight now.
Don't forget to subscribe to Muddy Ruts.
I will be brutally honest. If it's not good news, I'll let you know it's not good news. It's honesty's everything in this world, isn't it? So, later, everybody. Take it easy. Get outdoors. Have your adventures. Have fun. Do something crazy this week.
Yeah, eat a pot noodle.
Crazy. Yeah, even if it's
hot noodle
I
in a strange place.
Yeah. I want to see on the videos. I want to see imagery. I want to see
pot noodles in a weird place.
Crazy things.
Up a tree.
Have some fun at it. Yeah. Derek, like Jason's channel is up there. It's Muddy Ruts.
Muddy Ruts.
MUDDYRUTS. Muddy Ruts.
Too many S's, too many T's, Kiwi.
Right, some quick shout outs. Find your friends with Island Jason. Brilliant channel. Hang Tough, as you can see up there on the board. Derek, Mr. D. FU Crew, brilliant guy. Virginia Bushcrafter, absolutely stunning, brilliant. Yeah. Tony's Outdoor Life, brilliant. Scoot Lady Chicago, Observation Post Charlie, and Grandpa Outdoors. Those are my Grandfather Outdoors. Those are my channels that I'd like to mention this week. And every week I try and mention a few channels. Sometimes I get repeated on that because this doolally fool
and everyone has got to go to Kitten Killer's channel and watch his one on his Ridge Monkey cheese toasty.
Yes, so that's what we're doing now. Cheese toasties, I think, Caroline.
Oh, your fault, Stuart.
Yeah, cheese toasties. Cheers, Stuart. Guess what?
We've got to do it in a grill. We can't use a Ridge Monkey.
But Kaz has seen your Ridge Monkey now. Stuart showed Caroline his Ridge Monkey. So Caroline is taken with his Ridge Monkey. She may be finding Mickey a Ridge Monkey. Ooh.
You can see it, but you're not going to touch.
Yeah.
Oh, Stilton cheese. Oh, yeah, in a toasty. Yeah.
Andy, better than that. Stilton and bacon toasties.
They have a pill for that. Yeah, I'm sure I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough of the loony pills that I take. I don't need any more pills.
If you watch the Man Cave video, no, that'll probably that's on the members' side. I do apologise. Yeah, I did a little video for the members in the Man Cave. Did a bit of a walk round, and there's one part where I pass around and I go like, on this shelf I've got such and such, and there's my meds. It's funny as you get older, they seem to give you stuff to make you rattle.
I'm like a Tic Tac packet if I jump up and down.
Yeah, that's just life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just life. Anyhow, guys, we'll wind it up there then.
Night all. Take it easy.
Good night, everyone.
as I like to say at the end of every single one of my videos, because it is important to me, it's the one thing, if I can share anything with the world, I will. It is. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. May peace and light be upon you all. This is Mick, Hampshire Outdoors Survival, Jason from Muddy Ruts, Cass, and the lovely Willow,
who's chewing a big bloody
Maroon Mac, and
bone.
all you guys. Have an awesome week. Till we chat again. This is Mickey out.